Hi, sister. Thanks for getting divorced with Giorgio for me. I'm glad you realized that I was just the better woman for him and stepped aside. Rosella, you've got some nerve contacting me like this. What? But I just came to tell you that we turned in the marriage papers to the city hall. We're husband and wife now. And what makes you think I wanted to know that? I mean, this is a happiness that couldn't have been achieved without your help, so I thought I would share it with you. Oops, sorry. I forgot that you lost your own happiness because of it. Oh, I'm so insensitive. Forgive me. I was just so happy myself that I forgot to think about what you felt. As an apology, I promise to find long-lasting happiness with Giorgio, so forgive me, all right? Do whatever you want. I don't care. I don't need a cheating man who's so easily seduced by someone like you anyways. I know that you went after Giorgio because he works at a large trading company and has a large salary as well, but I pity you and all other women like you who can only find love by stealing other people's boyfriends. Huh? What even is that? Aren't you being a bit too mean? It's not my fault that the two of us were meant for each other. The fact that you got so angry at what I said means that you are at least a little self-conscious about it, aren't you? Shut up! You're just jealous of me because guys don't find you attractive, but they find me attractive. I don't want to be told something like that by someone who's only interested in hand-me-downs from other women. Seriously, have you ever even thought about it like that? Oh, what did you just say to me? It's not my fault if guys find me more attractive than other women. And it's not like I steal their boyfriends. It's more that they come to me voluntarily. Right. Well, I guess you're right in at least one thing. Every boyfriend you stole until now was a cheating piece of scum. To be honest, I actually think you're doing a favor to all those girls whose boyfriends you stole by taking their trash boyfriend away from them. Anyways, I need to unpack my stuff now since I moved. I don't have the time to talk with an idiot like you, so bye. Huh? What's your deal even? Why are you acting all arrogant towards me like that? You're just the woman Giorgio threw away. I swear I'll become so happy with him that you'll start crying when you see us next. Hi, sister. You received the invitation to me and Giorgio's wedding, right? Hurry up and reply to it, will you? Oh, I guess I don't even need to tell you this, but make sure you reply saying that you'll come, okay? You see, I'm going to make you give us a wedding gift of a huge amount of money. I got the wedding invitation through our parents' house, but why do I need to come to your wedding? Besides, all of our relatives and even your friends from our hometown know already that you stole my fiancé from me. You're still going to have a wedding ceremony despite that? I'm impressed. Just where exactly did you throw away your sense of shame? Or did you seriously just think that they wouldn't think anything of how you just stole my fiancé like that? And none of that matters as long as the two of us love each other. They'll have no choice but to accept our wedding when they see how happy the two of us are with each other. Is that so? Oh, that reminds me. I told you this earlier, but you're the loser of this fight, so I'm going to make you give me a wedding gift of a huge amount of money. I'm going to make you give me 30,000 euros to be exact. Huh? What fight? The fight over Giorgio, of course. Once you see how madly in love the two of us are with each other, you'll just give up and give us the 30,000 euros. Who knows? You might be able to forget about all of this and move on. I'm not coming to your wedding. Seriously, what made you think that I'd want to come, Rosella? You were always like this, never caring about how other people felt and always just assuming that the world revolved around you. What? But are you sure you don't want to come? If you don't, you're never going to move on from this, and you're going to regret not coming. I have no regrets over a man like Giorgio. On the other hand, I actually pity you, Rosella. To think that you're about to marry an idiot like him. What? Just because you're mad that I stole him from you doesn't mean you can insult him like that. You're such a mean person, Sophia. If that's what you think, then isn't it better that you just don't invite me to your wedding? After all, I am just a mean person that's not going to celebrate it anyways. What are you talking about? There's no point in having a wedding if you're not going to be there, idiot. We're going to be hosting this wedding ceremony specifically to crown the satisfaction I received by stealing Giorgio from you. There's no point if you're not there to see it, right? Huh? So this wedding ceremony is going to crown your idiocracy then? All right, then I think I'll plan a little something of my own too. Oh, so that means you're going to come to the wedding, right? Please show me your best pitiful loser face at the wedding, okay? We'll give you a seat at the front row at the wedding reception. Look forward to it, all right? Hey, Sophia! The day is finally here, isn't it? Today is me and Giorgio's wedding! Finally, I've been waiting for this day so long. I hope you brought the 30,000 euro wedding gift as promised. Oh, and just like I told you, you're going to be sitting in the front row at our wedding reception. I thought that if I didn't do that, then you would probably just try and hide in the back, but I'm not going to let my own sister do that at my wedding. All right, I'm going to be changing into my wedding dress for Giorgio now, so see you later. Try not to throw a tantrum when you see the two of us exchange vows, all right? Sophia, what do you mean you aren't at the wedding venue? Canceling without a notice is considered impolite, you know. And it's not just you even. Why is 90% of the people I invited not here? But they said that they would come. Even mom and dad aren't here. Our aunt and uncle and our cousins as well, and none of them came. Hold on. Is this your doing, Sophia? Did you tell all of them to reply to my wedding invitation saying that they'd come but not actually come to the wedding or something? You were supposed to give me a wedding gift of 30,000 euros, right? And to think I was planning on using the money I received from everyone's wedding gifts to pay for the wedding. I need your 30,000 euros especially. Jesus. It's fine if you don't come to the wedding anymore. Just deposit the 30,000 euros to my bank account. Sister, sorry, but I actually need you to give me 50,000 euros now. I'm adding 20,000 euros as an alimony for ruining our wedding, which was supposed to be the start of our happiness. Speaking of alimonies... Oh, Sophia, finally you replied. So, like I already said, I need you to deposit 50,000 euros to my bank account. I'm not going to be giving you any money, Rosella. On the other hand, though, when are you going to pay the alimony that you owe me? What? What in the world are you talking about? Did you forget that I asked both you and Giorgio for an alimony of 30,000 euros? You see, Giorgio told me to wait until you two had your wedding, but that's today, isn't it? Can I take that to mean that you're going to pay the alimony as soon as possible? What? But I don't know anything about that. Oh, so you didn't hear anything from Giorgio? No, he didn't tell me anything about an alimony. Besides, why do we even have to pay you an alimony in the first place? I mean, Giorgio is your ex-fiancé, right? And since now the two of us are married, he's also your brother-in-law. You're seriously going to be so evil and heartless as to make a family member pay you an alimony? You're a sick person, Sophia. You've got some nerve calling me sick after you just stole my fiancé and are now asking me to give you 50,000 euros as a wedding gift. It doesn't matter whether it's my sister or not. I can legally ask an alimony from you two for Giorgio cheating on me to be with you instead. Huh? But I already told you that it's not my fault that the two of us were meant for each other. What is so wrong about wanting to be with your soulmate? Your soulmate, huh? Well, I guess you've lasted longer with Giorgio than any other boyfriend of yours until now. It's still only been a few months, though, so we'll see. Hold on. Don't tell me. But did you think that you would somehow be able to get away without having to pay an alimony if it's your sister's fiancé you stole? Did you think that you were so lucky he was my fiancé or something? I mean, you're my sister. And you're Giorgio's ex-fiancé as well. I thought that alimonies didn't work when the person you were asking one for was your family. Just where did you get that information? Seriously, you know you could have just looked it up on the internet or something, right? It doesn't matter who it is. If they cheated on me, of course I'm going to make them pay me an alimony. This is your apology for betraying me, and the thing that will crown my revenge towards you. What do you mean, crown your revenge? But me and Giorgio were supposed to find happiness. You're going to be so mean as to ruin that for us? Yes. Sorry, but I'm no saint that's going to just forgive you two for what you did, Rosella. Besides, who doesn't want 30,000 euros? And seriously, you're the one who's going to call me mean? Didn't you just try hosting a wedding ceremony as a way to crown your superiority over me, but ended up failing miserably? I got off topic though. Just tell me, when are you going to pay me the alimony? Don't ask me. I didn't hear anything about this. Fine, then ask Giorgio when he's going to pay the alimony. You go and ask him yourself. Yeah, but it's going to be such a hassle for me. You're with him right now, aren't you? Just go to where he is right now and explain the situation to him. But Giorgio said that there was somewhere he needed to go first, and I haven't seen him since arriving at the wedding venue. I'll ask him when I get home. Sophia, could you just forget about the alimony we owe you? You see, about the 30,000 euros I was supposed to pay you for your alimony. I used it to pay for the wedding expenses. What? I told you about how almost none of the people I invited to the wedding actually came, right? And how because of that, I didn't get as much money as wedding gifts that I had expected. I was counting on that money to pay for the wedding, but it didn't come, so I started looking for some money when I found an envelope with 30,000 euros in cash in Giorgio's bag. I thought to myself, oh, so he already had the money to pay for the wedding prepared then. And so I gave that money to the staff at the wedding venue and... So you gave his money to the hosters of the wedding venue without even asking Giorgio first what it was, huh? That was supposed to be the money he would use to pay for the alimony I was asking from him, I suppose. Yeah. He got mad at me because he said he was intending on handing over that money to our parents' house on the way home from our wedding. But the wedding expenses were 30,000 euros as well, and I didn't know about the alimony, so it was only natural to think it was the money for the wedding, right? I mean, anyone would have done the same thing in my position. Actually, I think that most people wouldn't just take 30,000 euros from their partner's bag and just hand it over to someone else without their permission first. Because judging by what you just told me, you just looked around in Giorgio's bag and took his stuff without asking him, right? But he's my husband. His money is my money as well now, right? Well, not exactly. Based on what I heard from another person, it seems that Giorgio sold some of the more expensive plastic models in his collection to get that money. But even that still wasn't enough, so he borrowed money from some of his friends as well to get that 30,000 euros. What? But I thought that he was rich. He works at a large trading company, doesn't he? Well, apparently, I guess not. He was always careless with his money, now that I think about it. By the way, apparently he believed you when you told him that you would take care of the wedding expenses on your own. But the truth was that you were just relying on the 30,000 euros I was going to give you, right? But I didn't hear anything about this prior. How should I have known? So did you talk to Giorgio about what you were going to do about the 30,000 euros you owe me? You guys are married, so it's probably not going to be a case of theft, but I heard that Giorgio got all giddy about his marriage with you and made a huge mistake during work, getting fired for it last month, right? Isn't that why he didn't have the money to pay off the alimony immediately? It seems like you're in a pretty difficult situation right now. Giorgio is currently unemployed and looking for a new job, while you don't even have the slightest intention to look for a job yourself. Yet you have to pay me 30,000 euros by, well, today. You don't need to remind me. I already know that I'm in a difficult situation. I think we might even get divorced soon. What is his problem even? I mean, he's the one who works at a large trading company, not me. Shouldn't he have just paid for both the wedding and the alimony like it was nothing? I'm not interested in your marital affairs, Rosella. Complain to him about that, not me. The fact that you still owe me 30,000 euros hasn't changed. What? You're still going to make us pay 30,000 euros when all of this other shit is happening to me? Of course. It's none of my business what's currently happening to you. But I don't have any money. Like I said, that's none of my business. You'll just have to get it somehow. You're being so mean, Sophia. I thought you were my sister. We were only ever sisters by blood, Rosella. I remember ever since you entered elementary school, you would always tease me for being ugly, and that continued all the way to, well, now. Besides, it's your fault for hosting a wedding ceremony even though you don't have any money. What? So what if we had a wedding ceremony? You're not going to let us even do that? Who do you think we are? Some sort of couple in poverty? But didn't you just say yourself that you didn't have any money? Neither of you currently have a job as well, so if that isn't poverty, I don't know what is. The truth was that you didn't have the money to pay for the wedding, yet you still made plans for it, right? But not having a wedding isn't benefiting of us when we're a couple who is about to find long-lasting happiness. Besides, I was counting on the money I would receive from the wedding gifts. It's not my fault. It's everyone else's fault for not coming to my wedding and giving me money. But have you even thought about why almost nobody came to your wedding? How should I know that? Tell me, why is it that no one came then? Isn't it because you loved stealing other women's boyfriends? You stole boyfriends from several of your friends, right? Not only that, but this time you stole your own sister's fiancé. It's the same with Giorgio. We had a lot of mutual acquaintances, and so most of those cut ties with him when they found out about what he did. Not only that, but apparently he told his friends that got mad at him for cheating on me that you're just jealous because I'm popular with young women while you're not. Which obviously didn't help the situation. Seriously, why did I ever get engaged with an idiot like him? What made you think anyone wanted to celebrate your wedding? But everyone said that they would come in the reply to the invitation. Oh, so did they all cancel at the last moment or something? That is a bit strange, I guess, but I guess they were all just trying to bully you or something. I mean, you do have a lot of enemies, right? I guess that's none of my business, though. Just make sure to pay me that alimony, all right? It's already past the due date, so I'm going to hire a lawyer to handle this from now on. Oh, and I'm not considering lowering the amount even by a cent. I kindly ask for your cooperation. Bye then. But, Sophia! I was a bit curious as to whether the people Rosella invited and replied saying that they would come to the wedding actually planned a mass last-minute cancellation, but apparently that was actually what happened. The first set of wedding invitations came back mostly with replies that they wouldn't come. It seems that Giorgio gave up at this, but Rosella was a bit more stubborn and invited basically everyone she knew, including former classmates from elementary school. That's how some people who had a grudge against my sister in our hometown found out about her wedding. And so apparently they planned that they would all reply saying that they'd come, but cancel at the last minute. Anyways, this and that happened, and in the end, Giorgio and Rosella could no longer pay for the alimony I was asking of them. This time, they sold Rosella's brand clothes and bags and stuff, and even sold her car. Even that wasn't enough, so they had to take on a loan to somehow gather the 30,000 euros that they needed. The day after they finally paid off the alimony they owed me, the two got divorced. That didn't change the fact that they were still in debt, so now the two of them live their separate lives of poverty, working all day, every day to pay off their loans.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
May, are you there? I want to know just what the heck you think you're doing, huh? I mean, really, what is the matter with you? How could you do this to your own sister? How could you sleep with your own sister's husband? What in the world drove you to do that?
I was wondering when you were finally going to come to try and scold me like the old hag you are. But you can cry all you want. To me, it just sounds like the sobs of a sore loser.
A sore loser? You can't be serious, right? How dare you call me that? You realize you're in the wrong here, don't you?
Says you. Things seem to be going pretty well from where I'm standing. After all, Brian works for such a huge company and earns so much. Not to mention he's incredibly handsome. he was way too good for a fat, ugly nobody like you. Clearly, Brian deserves to be with someone more on his level. Someone like me. I guess you could say that him and I were destined to be together.
What are you talking about? Are you seriously trying to tell me that your soulmate was my husband?
Actually, that reminds me. Are you just reaching out to me because you finally got the divorce papers from Brian? Or because you heard that we were going to the courthouse to register ourselves as husband and wife?
It was the divorce papers, if you must know, and when I couldn't get a hold of Brian, I knew that I had to call you to get to the bottom of this.
Well, at least you know the truth. Brian and I are getting hitched! Isn't that amazing?
I still can't believe that you're doing this. It's just horrible. How can you even live with yourself doing this to your own sister?
Oh, please! Can't you just accept that this is over and done with? Anyways, hurry up and send off those divorce papers so we can get married. Thank you, sis. Hey there, Trish. How have you been? Can you believe it's been 5 whole years since we've last talked? What have you been up to lately? Are you still fat, ugly, and single?
Wait, is that really you, May? Wow. I was wondering when you were finally going to reach out to me again. But I should have known that you've barely even changed even after all this time.
Excuse me? And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
You know exactly what it means. Now why are you messaging me? What do you want?
Whatever. I can let mean comments from a loser like you slide. Actually, I have some big news that I need to share with you. So, I guess we can just say that I'm being nice enough to ignore the snide remark that you made.
I don't really care what you do about that comment at this point. Just tell me what you're messaging me about.
So you really just want me to get straight to the point? No small talk or catching up after all this time?
May, do you have something you want to talk to me about or not? Because if not, then I don't see the point in carrying on like this.
You really are no fun, you know that? Fine. If you must know, next week I'm going to be coming home with my daughter!
Wait, you're going to be coming with your daughter? I didn't even know that you had any children.
Well, I do. And that means that I gave our parents their very first grandchild. So, what do you think of that?
Well, how old is this daughter of yours?
She's 2 years old, if you must know.
2 years old? Is that really right?
Of course it is. You think I don't know how old my daughter is? Anyways, the reason that I'm coming home is because Brian and I got a divorce and I don't have anywhere else to go now. So, I'm coming back home.
Oh no, you mean that you two got a divorce? I thought that you were soulmates.
Can you believe it? I thought that we were soulmates too. That damn Brian quit his big fancy job and then took something that paid way less. He said some dumb thing about wanting to follow his dreams, and I know that that wasn't going to work out between us.
Hold on a second. So you're telling me that you went to the trouble of stealing your own sister's husband and then ended it all over a career change?
Sure, he might not have just become unemployed, but he took a job that paid so much less than what he used to get. I had no choice but to leave him, don't you see?
And now you want to come crawling back home because you have nowhere else to go?
I mean, that's a pretty nasty way of putting it, but the meaning is basically there.
And you really think that you can just disappear from all of our lives for 5 years and then just show up like nothing happened?
I think that when Mom and Dad see their favorite daughter come home with their first grandchild, that they might give me a break.
Well, we'll just see about that, won't we?
I suppose we will. Or rather, we would, but I have other plans. Namely, you're taking up too much space at Mom and Dad's house, and all you're going to do is get in the way of me. So, I need you out.
Sorry, you're trying to kick me out of the house. Do I understand that right?
Of course. What use even is there of keeping around some divorced old hag like you, huh? Nobody needs or wants you. Why do you think Brian left you when he realized that your sister was far superior to you, huh? I don't even know what he saw in you to begin with.
I really don't think that you know what you're talking about right now at all.
And just what is that supposed to mean? Do you know something that I don't?
You could say that. For example, you aren't the one giving Mom and Dad their first grandchild.
What are you talking about? How is my daughter not their first grandchild?
Well, that would be because they already have a 4-year-old grandson, I'm afraid. In fact, they have 4 other grandchildren in addition to him.
Wait a second. You're telling me that you have 5 children? But that can't be right. I mean, you're such a fat, ugly cow. Who in the world would want to have kids with you?
Sorry, I guess I should have made that clear. It isn't that all 5 of the kids are my children.
What are you talking about them? Did you take in some strays off the street or something? Is this supposed to be some kind of plan to get Mom and Dad to like you more than they like me?
No, it's nothing like that, but as you know, we have a 3rd sister, right? Well, a few years ago, she married someone she was going to college with, and they started spitting out kids like nothing.
Hold on a second. You're telling me that Paula got married? Well, how many of the kids are hers then?
That's right. She got married, and her husband have 3 kids between the 2 of them now. Of course, she's the youngest of us, and we were all worried since she got pregnant her first year of college. But she stayed with her boyfriend, who's been really very supportive and responsible. As for me, I have a 2-year-old daughter and an 8-month-old son, so altogether our parents already have 5 grandchildren.
But, I mean, she's the youngest. But she gave our parents their first grandchildren. You have to be lying to me. I refuse to believe that you're telling me the truth. And how do you have 2 kids already? You're supposed to be alone forever.
You are right that some men in this world would hold having gotten divorced against a woman, but there are plenty of understanding men out there as well. Besides, it isn't like I've just been some shut-in ever since the last time we talked. For example, I still have my same job that I did when you fled.
But I don't get it. This wasn't how things were supposed to go.
Anyways, I feel like we've gotten a little bit off topic. But what were you saying about wanting to move back in with your daughter?
That's right. Even though I might not be bringing home Mom and Dad's first grandchild, I'm still their favorite daughter, and I know they'll love to have me come home. So, before I get there, I need you to move out of the house and make room for me. I don't care if you're there with your husband and kids. I want you all out.
But I don't even live with Mom and Dad anymore.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah, a few months ago we were moving out of there, and now we're all gone from the house.
But that means that if you're gone, then I should just be able to move in without any issues, right?
I just really don't know if there would still even be a room left for you there, though.
What do you mean? If you and your family have all moved out, then there's got to be plenty of space for me there.
Do you even know where Mom and Dad's house is?
Of course I do! You really think that I don't have their address? Did you really think I was going to let something like that stop me from what I was doing? Thanks for telling me that you're gone. You've made this whole thing so much easier for me. Finally, tomorrow I can go home. Trish, are you there? What's going on? I don't understand. Where's the house? Why isn't the house where it's supposed to be? It's just a flat, empty lot now?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Mom and Dad were doing their best to stay there and keep the house. But in the end, they decided that it would just be easier to sell the whole thing and downsize.
So you're telling me that Mom and Dad sold their house and moved away?
That's right. Although I don't really know about how much they sold it for or who they sold it to, but I guess whoever owns the property now had some reason to get rid of the house. But then again, it was getting quite old, and I don't even know how safe it was to be inside.
But what about Mom and Dad? Well, where are they living now? What did they do after they moved?
Well, I told you about how a few months ago my husband and I were getting ready to move out, right?
That's right. You told me that you were all getting ready to move out of their house, but where did Mom and Dad go after that?
I guess I should have been more clear. It wasn't just my family that was doing that. Mom and Dad moved out then as well. They applied for a waiting list at a retirement home and have been renting an apartment until an opening comes along.
You mean that Mom and Dad are going to try and move into a retirement home?
I mean, they aren't exactly spring chickens anymore, you know? So they're in a pretty small space for the time being so that they can save up their money for when they move into the home. That's why I said that I really don't think that there would even be a room for you if you did move there.
But surely they must have some room for me. I mean, I'm their prettiest and favorite daughter, right?
I really think that you're the only one who thinks of yourself in that way. Because I'm pretty sure that our parents actually all love us equally.
No, that can't be true. How could you say something so awful?
I mean, if anything, you're now their least favorite after how you stole my husband from me. In fact, you should know that they told me if you ever show up in our lives again trying to ask for help, that they would have no problem turning you down right away.
But then, where am I supposed to go? Trish, are you there? I really need you right now. It's just terrible.
What is it this time, May? What could you possibly want from me now?
Are you really living in Brian's parents' house? What is going on? I want answers right now.
What are you talking about? I seriously have no idea what you're going on about.
I mean that after I learned about Mom and Dad's plans to move into a retirement home, I didn't have anywhere else to go. So then I tried going back to Brian's parents' place to try and patch things up with him. We were renting an apartment together before, but I know that he canceled the lease after we got divorced. So I thought that he might have gone back to live with his parents for the time being. But then when I got to his parents' house, I saw that your car was parked in their parking lot. Also, it wasn't even their house that was there anymore. Their house had been demolished and replaced with this really amazing looking mansion.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I guess that means that you were that sad-looking lady with her daughter that I saw staring from my window.
How dare you call me that? Just tell me what's going on right this instant. I want answers.
Right. I guess maybe I should have explained this to you the last time we talked. But the man that I got married to after you ran away was actually Brian's cousin.
Wait, what? You married Brian's cousin? But hold on. Isn't Brian's cousin that genius entrepreneur who was on the cover of all those finance magazines?
Yeah, actually, now that you mention it, I think that he has had a couple of interviews and photo shoots and stuff like that.
But then that still doesn't explain how Brian's cousin ended up owning Brian's parents' house. How did that happen?
Well, that happened about 5 years ago, actually, not long after you and Brian ran off with each other. Brian's mom was so shocked by what her son had done that she actually had to be hospitalized.
Wait, really? Are you serious about that?
Yep, I'm very serious about it. But I guess that you two were so caught up with what you were doing that you never heard about that happening. But anyways, Brian's parents just wanted a new start and got out of that house as soon as possible. So their nephew offered to buy their land for a good price so that they could get out right away. It wasn't long after that that we bumped into each other while running. Sparks flew, and the rest is history, pretty much. He demolished the house, and we built up a new one, and here we are.
But if his cousin bought the house from his parents, then what happened to Brian? I was sure that he would have gone back to live with his parents.
Actually, now that you say that, Brian stopped by here just a couple of days ago.
Hold on. Brian was here just a couple of days ago?
Yeah, that's right. He, like you, thought that his parents' house would still be here waiting for him. But the only person who was home then was his cousin, who explained to him what happened. Of course, he didn't give Brian his parents' new address. After Brian realized he wasn't going to get anywhere with his cousin, he just wandered off dejectedly.
Well, it would have been good to know all of this before I came all the way here.
I guess so. It's not really my problem either way. If you want to try and get back together with Brian, that is completely up to you. Either way, I want you to leave me out of it and stay away from my house. My husband and I don't want anything to do with you or whatever you're scheming.
But I don't have anywhere to go. You know that.
Well, don't think that you can come to me asking for help because I have nothing to say to you at all. Got it?
But you're my sister. You can't do this to me. Please, you have to help me. We're supposed to be there for each other at times like these, right?
Oh, please. When were you ever there for me? You literally disappeared from all of our lives for 5 years, and now you think you're entitled to our help? You have some nerve even thinking that that's an option for you. Just leave me alone.
Trish, please don't do this to me! You're all I have left.
You lost me a long time ago, May. Now just go away and leave me alone forever. After that, May ran up to my front door and started ringing the doorbell over and over again. She never stopped until I finally called the police on her and they told her to get off my property. After that, I never ever saw her again. Although according to some friends of friends who were still connected to my sister, she ended up moving in with some old friend, but she could never find Brian or anyone else to marry for that matter. I even heard that she ended up giving up her child for adoption since she could no longer take care of her. I never mentioned this to May, but Brian's parents actually ended up paying me off so that I wouldn't pursue their son for his infidelity. Not only that, but both May and Brian's parents ended up cutting them out of their wills. Although, I guess they have no way of knowing any of that now. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey sis, are you there?
Oh, hey Frankie, it's been a while.
I have a little favor to ask you.
What's up?
I'm gonna be going home this evening. Would you mind driving over to my mom and dad's place to help me unpack?
You're going home? Help you unpack?
Me and my husband got a divorce, so I'll be coming home to stay with my mom and dad.
You did what? Where'd this come from all of a sudden? I had to read that twice. I almost just spat my coffee out. Frankie, what the hell happened? Are you okay? You were barely married. What, 6 months? Did you tell your parents yet?
Yeah, I just messaged them.
Wow, I can't believe it. This is too sudden, Frankie.
Him and his family told me to never go anywhere near them again, so I left. There's no going back now. Me and him are dead in the water. All I can do is go back to live with mom and dad, at least for now. So that's why, my lovely favorite stepsister in the whole wide world, I need you to sort out a space for me to sleep there tonight. If you could just get me some pillows, a duvet. Oh, and don't forget the mattress. That would be great.
Just be careful on the way home, okay?
Madeline, is now a good time?
What is it?
I have a date with my boyfriend today.
What? You have a new boyfriend already?
Hold your horses, sis. I'm not finished yet. So here's the thing. The plan is to meet each other at the date spot. So I need you to take me out to the shopping mall in A-Town in your car.
You want me to drive you there? Isn't that mall at least an hour away from here? It'd take me 2 hours there and back. I'm super busy today, so I'm really sorry, but that's not gonna be possible.
LOL. Now I've heard it all. A neat, busy. You should become a comedian, sis. You're cracking me up here, LOL.
Listen, Frankie, I don't know where you got this idea that I'm a neat from, but I can assure you I'm not.
What?
How many times do I have to explain it to you? I've been working from home ever since my company introduced a remote working system.
Who are you trying to fool? Like, I'm gonna believe that. Don't you work in the production line at a factory? Are you seriously pretending you work from home doing a job that's only possible by going out to work in person? Not gonna lie, sis, I'm kinda embarrassed for you right now. You should have picked a better lie. I can see right through you.
Listen, Frankie, it's true. The company I work at does have an image of being nothing but factories and production lines in the eyes of the world. So you can be forgiven for thinking that, but I don't work in a production department. The work my department does is done on computers from start to finish, so it's entirely possible to do from home.
Fine, I get it. Computers, yada yada, remote work, yada yada. That actually sounds like the kind of thing my boyfriend does. He works in an IT company though, and you don't.
You don't have to work in an IT company to do remote work. It's becoming really common these days across basically every industry.
Basically, Maddie, what you really mean is, you're a neat, but you're so ashamed to admit it, you came up with some silly story full of holes to try and look cool, LOL.
What?
I hear it's really common for neats to pretend they have jobs, you know. Apparently it's what they call a psychological coping tool. Tragic, really.
Ugh, I told you already, I'm not a neat.
Anyway, can we stop wasting time on idle chit-chat now? It's boring. Hurry up and pick me in your car.
Not happening.
Why?
Because I have work today.
Huh? You're a neat but you have work? That's a contradiction in terms, you silly Billy. Ugh, quit messing around, will you? I have to go soon.
Employees on a remote work schedule still have to show their face at the office a set amount of times each month. My break's gonna be over soon, and I've already wasted enough of it on this conversation. Catch you later.
No, wait! I'll be late to my date if I get to the train now. Madeline!
Buzz, buzz.
You're so horrible! Why are you doing this to me? This is all your fault. I was late to my date and now my boyfriend's in a mood with me. Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted? How can you be so cruel? Wah!
Good evening, Frankie. I take this as about what you were pestering me over earlier. How can you blame me for you being late to your own date?
Isn't it obvious? The only reason I was late is because you wouldn't drive me there. That means it's your fault. My boyfriend is really strict when it comes to punctuality. I got there an hour later and he was in a rotten mood the whole time. He wouldn't laugh at my jokes and had the grumpiest look on his face. If I'm late again, he'll probably dump me.
If you were that desperate for me to take you, you could have at least asked me the day before.
Why do you need to know that far in advance? You're in need. It's not like you ever do anything. Take today, for example. You probably just couldn't be bothered to go out in the car because you wanted to slob it out playing a video game and eating potato chips in your cave. So you came up with some far-fetched lie about having to go into the office despite supposedly doing a remote work job. I can see right through you.
No, I'm employed with a company, so I'm obviously going to have to show my face at that company from time to time.
You're in the house 24/7. You're practically a part of the furniture. Since when do you ever go out to work?
I explained to you very clearly that I don't work remotely 100% of the time, and that I do in fact have to clock in at the office a few times a month.
How can you work on a factory production line at home?
For Christ's sake, Frankie, I told you, we're all pencil pushers in my department. We work at desks, on computers.
I've had it with you. Just you wait. I'm gonna do some digging and find undeniable proof you're in need. How can you live with yourself? You live a life of luxury goofing off around the house on my brother's dime while he's out slaving away doing an actual job. I'll get him to divorce you.
Frankie!
Oh look, it's my pitiful need of a sister-in-law.
Get back here right now.
N-O. Know what that spells? LOL. I'm on an apology date right now because someone made me late for my last one. There's no way I'm letting you mess things up for me again. Actually, there's a chance I won't be coming home tonight if you catch my drift.
You've been messing with my computer, haven't you?
Oh, what's this? Sorry, I don't know what you mean.
I saw you letting yourself into my room with my mom and dad's spare key.
Huh?
I have security cameras set up in my study. I saw you plain as day sneaking in and doing something on my computer. Are you really gonna carry on playing innocent? Stop screwing me around, Frankie. This isn't a joke.
Wow, I got found out a whole lot sooner than I expected. You're pretty smart for a neat.
You admit it then?
Fine, whatever. It was me. I found a folder named Work, so I deleted it. Whoops, LOL.
Do you have any idea what was inside that folder?
It was password protected, so I couldn't see inside. But I'm guessing it just had tons of games in. You probably just called it Work as a disguise so you could feel important. Hey, at least you won't be able to waste any more time goofing around the computer now. You should be thanking me. Serves you right, LOL.
That computer is for work use only. It was given to me by that company.
Huh?
That work folder that for some strange reason you think was full of games was full of proposals and reference materials I put together.
Huh? Proposals? Reference materials?
I told you, my company might have image of being nothing but factories and production lines in the eyes of the world, but to create products at a factory, there's also need of departments to come up with those products in the first place. My department is responsible for the planning and design of new products, and since that's basically nothing but desk work, we work on a remote work basis most of the time. Do you understand now?
What the hell?
Anyway, the point is, you deleted all of my highly sensitive, highly important work data. Data that technically wasn't even mine, but belonged to my company.
But...
Obviously, I can't let you get away with that, so I have no choice but to report what you've done to your parents.
What? No, wait!
The funny thing is, Frankie, they told me all about you. Turns out the reason for your divorce was due to the $25,000 of debt you're in because of your frivolous spending on things you can't afford. What's worse, you're still not working, are you?
Well,
So the whole time you were calling me a NEET, you were the real NEET all along. A debt-ridden NEET at that. I really was shocked. For some reason, I had this image as you, in spite of your quirks, as more or less having your life together. I couldn't have been more wrong. LOL.
Shut up!
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Your mom and dad told me to pass on a message to you. Shopping needs who go around causing trouble for others are not welcome in our house. Get your things together and get the hell out. That's the message. Bye!
Oh my god!
And that's the story of how Frankie got booted out by her mom and dad and began her life of exorbitant debt repayments without a soul in the world to help her. To add insult to injury, I heard her boyfriend dumped her too. She showed him the chat logs of mine in our conversations because she thought he'd find them funny, but he was actually disgusted with her behavior and got mad. Apparently, she showed back up at home resembling a distressed panda, screaming "why" over and over again with floods of mascara streaming down her cheeks. Oh yeah, as for the work folder she deleted on my computer, turns out it was actually fine. Frankie isn't the most tech-savvy person in the world, and unbeknownst to her, all she actually meant when she gloated "serves you right" was that she sent it to the recycle bin, from which I was of course able to safely retrieve it. Naturally, I don't intend on telling her that. I feel like she's more likely to reflect on what she's done if she believes she caused me great inconvenience. I'm praying that she uses this whole affair as an opportunity to become a better person.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.